We have a few acknowledgments this morning. We'll start with Councilman Lopez.
Sorry, Mayor, I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna attribute that to being here way too long.
You got senioritis.
I got senioritis. There you go. There you go. Are you asking for points of personal privilege? Yeah, I do have a couple of them, and which is a little atypical for me. I generally don't do the points of personal privilege. Oftentimes, my colleagues do those, and you do them so well and always so timely, and recognizing things that are incredibly important to our community or to your district. And like, there happen to be two today that I wanted to use my point of personal privilege to have recognition on. One is item number 7, I believe it is. Yeah, item number 7, which is on the agenda. I don't want to pull it, but I did want to take a moment to talk a little bit about it. It has to do with the food bank and 3 different items that are on our agenda for the food bank. If I can ask Eric, Mario, and Mary to come up while I'm rattling off a couple of fantastic honors and accomplishments that they've done. Last week I had an opportunity to go and meet with Eric and his team for a breakfast that they do on a regular basis, talking about how important the mission of the food bank is. And you can immediately tell that the leadership there is strong, that the leadership is what's driving the organization, but at the end of the day, it's the organization that's making the difference. It was very obvious to me that the level of pride, the level of commitment to serving our community was a great example from your employees. They're to be commended for their work, and you're to be commended for your leadership in leading them. We started down a path a while back of trying to figure out a way how we can make sure that we as a city provide the food bank with all the tools that are available to make your mission more attainable, which is serving people. Today, there's 3 items on the agenda that are on consent, but I wanted to point them out. One of them is taking the land that is currently behind the food bank, about 23 acres, and basically, as we do at the city, we had to go through this process and we declared it surplus. After declaring it surplus, then we said, let's sell it. And we sold it to the food bank for $250,000 or so. Then we turned around and we're taking the $250,000 and donating it back. Obviously, we can't just give land away. We can't do those kinds of things. But we did declare it surplus. We are, by virtue of bid, selling it to you and then giving the money back for the mission. I believe that that's the kind of partnership that cities, municipalities, all forms of government and agencies should work together on. That's how we deliver services. That's how we help you accomplish the spectacular mission that you're accomplishing. And I just wanted to point that out. And Eric, and if you'd like to make a few comments, they would be certainly welcome. But we want to thank you for the great work that you're doing at the food bank. Mario, I know the hard work that you guys have been working incredibly diligent on. And I think, and Mary, thank you for being here. I know that you're representing Joint Base San Antonio and working in partnership with Joint Base San Antonio, as we always do at the city, to make sure that all of our neighbors, all of our partners, all of our stakeholders are in agreement with what's happening moving forward. So, Eric, if you got a comment or two, we're glad to hear them.
Councilman, Mayor, just thank you so much. We're so grateful to have the opportunity to serve, the opportunity to allow those Belgian farms to continue to produce and grow. We are not only growing fresh produce, but we're also growing knowledge. Every week as volunteers go out there to serve, I'll get emails from volunteers that learned a little bit about our local agriculture. The fact that we have 3 growing seasons and that an array of produce items can be grown. It's a blessing to those that receive that food, but it's a blessing to remind us all that it's our land, it's our agriculture that feeds us, and it's important that we protect that, and this strategy will ensure that that land will be producing food for those in need in the future. So it's with humble gratitude that we just express our appreciation to each one of you for your commitment in serving our community, but joining us in this historic effort in the San Antonio Food Bank Urban Farm. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you and your team.